What are we doing here, scrubbing cobwebs from the eyes of the old lifeboat house in the dazzle out to Hobthrush? These are not our sons, neighbours, torn from field or firelight in Fiddler's Green or Marygate by the crack of a gun. I did not drown my sorrows for the woman running helter-skelter down Lewin's Lane in her shawl and pinny. Have we no history of our own to polish? The wind blows an eddy of dust over the neat flagstones. The lifeboat house with its new roof has a hollow sound, empty, like England. Perched on a bleak shore, sparkling and half abandoned, jingling a few coins in its pocket, waiting for its volunteers. For the sea worm with many legs that heaves itself over green mountains, heaves hearts into the mouths of a whole village. And down the street, old men with voices like shovels full of cinders, women with knuckles cracked like brown loaves, come running, 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 their hearts on fire. I asked Charlie what a fisherman must know. All bloody things, he answered me. How so? A fisherman had to have brains in our one time. His fingers twisted round the slippery twine in the stove's faint firelight. It was getting dark. Them days, he said, were had to gan bemarks. Stag at the ferren hoose, hebron beadland trees. Thus he began the ancient litany of names, half vanished, beautiful to hear. Gan round the point, keep Bamborough Castle clear the Black Rock mind. Of Newton, steer until you've staggered level the nick of the Broad Mill. Novice, I listened. In the gloom I saw the rolled-up sail by the long unopened door, a traveller stiff with rust, a wood-wormed mast, all the accumulation of the distant past. Now keep the church on Alexander House, and yon's the road. Oh, Charlie, what's the use, I said. These memories, I know they're true, and certainly they're beautiful, but how can you compete with all the science of these modern days? The echo sound has finished your outdated ways. Efficiency, that's what they want, not law. Why should the past concern us any more? I couldn't see his face. The stove had died. There's nane crabs noo, said Charlie sadly, and he sighed, and seeming not to hear me, sealed the knot. When ye see lippers comin', when to stop and when to gan, that's what ye need to know. The sea's the boss. Me fether telt me so. Them marks, he said. He handed them doon like right and wrong. Them buggers for the tunes. He sliced the twine he sewed with, savagely. They divn't know what's right. They're gone to sea. They're only minds for profit. They'll no give nane thought to who their sons'll hit to live. I saw then. So, I said, as we embark, the past is map and measure, certain mark to steer by in the cold, uncertain sea. We leave it like the land, but all we know, what to hang on to and when to let go, leads from it. Aye, said Charlie, sick and so. Then, in a flash, it claps shut. An ambush. Teeth, fangs, tusks. Crunch, rip, snap. The rhizodont dragging itself out of water. The old world sinks and slips beneath its tilted strata. We're all on a journey. This one's about us, unearthing ourselves from a place somatic, interlaced, to be conjured from light and sent invisible everywhere for everyone to possess. The children stare at their phones, a fervent, lit-up, incorporeal congregation, some deep, residual root in a life everlasting, outlasting them, like a fossil sarcopterygian fish. I walked out to the end of the broad rock at low spring tide. A prehistoric foreshore, empty pavement, jagged, violent brown stone, broken apart under the sky's hammer. Strange shrieks, wild shouts loosed from somewhere very far away. Vast, wide, metallic, mineral. In every seam and channel, slippery, smelling briny with excitement. Beards, groins, armpits, dripping pelts, the colours of old bronze, dried blood, new grass, carrageen, corallina, sea oak, sorac, unpicking the chemistry of air, salt water, sunlight. Before me, kelp beds freshly exposed, then the sea's glitter, green algae gobbling the red gleam close to the surface, red algae eating the blue gloom in the deep water, the tawny, the ochre, leathery, rubbery, feathery, floating, provisional, shuffling their elements as far as light can penetrate, until there is nothing here but process. And I have to turn back.